Mirror of Save the Victor World. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from an older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes, and it is part 2 to my eyeshadow collection with the exciting conclusion of how many palettes I have and how many we decluttered. As I was editing, it was way too long, so my friends were like, cut her in half. So if you want to see part 2, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. So we've got some small ones coming up here. These ones are really cute. I got these ones here. They're these little hard candy ones. I bought some as to send to the States, I think, or I sent some to a friend anyways, because I had tried the, oh yeah, I sent one to Daniela and one to Teresa, so I was sending them something else, and these are so good. Like this one was, I did a dupe with the Natasha Denona. It is so good. I mean, there's a shade or two less, but this is a really good, like for a cheap, like $5 palette. These are really good, and here is the one I got in blue. I really like these. They take up a little space, and they're recent, so I'm going to keep them. This one I was gifted a long time ago, and it's from Primark. Nice, cute little vegan palette. I got this from Sylvia Monroe. I normally don't want to get rid of gifts, but I don't really use this one, and I know it's small, but the color story is not the greatest, and the quality was okay. I loved everything else in the palette. This one was a little bit, it was okay. I mean, it's cruelty-free and vegan, but I think I'm definitely going to find a home for that one. And then this one, of course, this is another one that everybody was always so crazy about. These are the bite-size eyeshadows. I had more in my last declutter. I decluttered the other ones I have. I believe if they pop up again, they will get decluttered. But this jalapeno one is still, and I tried the mint ones, not good, but this is, how is the quality? Is it still good after all this time? Yeah, it seems to still be doing okay, so we're going to keep this, and this will be one as well too. I think that would kind of go in a time capsule later as one of the ones that, you know, that was everybody was so excited about. So I think for now we're going to keep that one, and it's I think the only e.l.f. eyeshadow palette I have. Alrighty here. So I've got a couple here from Shine by SD. They're a brand I really, really like. This is, I think, early on when they just started getting some hype. They have a lot more now and really have changed their game, but I love this little green palette. I think I'm for sure going to keep this one. Of course, greens, I rarely ever get rid of green. It's their Green Ocean Pop-Up palette, so it's also vegan and cruelty-free. Now this one I liked, but the quality didn't ring as true for me, and even though this color story, this is the Tuscan Sun Pop-Up. And I broke one too, or came broken, and it had been not packed very well, so I didn't ask for a discount or anything. I just mentioned to them that they may want to look into packaging them a little bit better, and I may have done another order after that, and it came packaged way better. I just said, you know, just something to keep them from not, because, you know, postal service. I really do still like these two shades at the end, so I don't know if I'll try and pop them out, but I think other than that, this one is going to go, but I'm going to keep the green one for sure. My world's most expensive palette, smallest and most expensive. This is from Sigil Inspired, Tami Tanuka. I still love this palette though, like color story, quality, and everything. I don't regret it that way, but oh my god, I think it was probably close to $60 when everything was all said and done for these. And then she had said, oh, the little one's a little. Now I kind of wish I got the slightly bigger one, but again, how often do we pan things? But this one's really beautiful. It takes up so little space. I spent so much for it. This one's going nowhere, let me tell you. Alrighty, so here we've got one from Dose of Colors. So this is the Cutting Edge. I don't have a lot of Dose of Colors palettes. I have some, okay. Should I? I haven't used them, so maybe I'll leave that. I won't count that as part of my collection. Maybe I'll decide at the end. I do have couple palettes, three that I've not used yet, that have been in a basket of shame, and I think one of them is Dose of Colors. I really like this little palette. Nice and grungy. I think the quality is right now still looking like it's good, so I think I'm not going to worry. And since I don't have a lot of Dose of Colors, I will definitely keep this one here. And this is a vegan one. So, oops, the little came with a brush. The little brush keeps falling out. So I'm going to keep that one there. Now this is another brand which I would like to buy more from. I built one and I bought one of their pre-made, and this is Berdovich, and they're in Belarus. I think this is the one that came as a pre-built. Yes. So this one's called the Stone Collection. That's beautiful. That was one of their pre-made ones, and then you can also make palettes. A few times I've gone in, made a palette, and backed out. So again, I'm trying to be good with my purchases, but I really enjoy this. I have a really old video on this because I think this is definitely at least 2 years old, maybe 3. And then this is the one that I built, and I wanted to try all their different formulas, and of course try a black. And since I was trying 4 of their different shimmery formulas, I thought a matte black, try their black and then use it with all these shimmers, and their black is amazing. Number 106, just don't have your base on first is what I will recommend. And I don't know if it tells you what type is on there. No, it doesn't, just a number. But anyways, it was 4 different shimmer type formulas, and I got them in fun colors. And then the black, and of course I'm going to keep this. So there we go. It's kind of singles, but kind of a palette at the same time. So that's why I included that, but we're keeping those. All right, Shall We Makeup? I also have the keychain version of this. This is one of their first releases. This is stunning. I really like this. I was eyeing the new one the other day, but I'm like, nope. I have to stop finding new brands to obsess over. I do really like this one. The owner is very nice and very transparent. Every time people have any type of critique, she answers them. Yeah, and then I have it somewhere, is the keychain, which is the same colors in a small little keychain. And it was at the time was if you were in the first 100 people or 150 people or whatever, you got the keychain one as well. And score, that was me. So I am keeping that. All right, so this one, I love this. So I had bought this originally because with Ace Beauté's shipping, I wanted the Ocean palette, blah, blah, blah. So I thought this was the perfect kind of a dupe for it. It is a lot like the Ocean palette, and I really like it, and I really like Sample Beauty. I do have a bigger palette, and wow, that should have shown up already. So maybe it did fit into another drawer. If not, I don't know what happened to it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this one go. I know I really like it. I have my Ace Beauté one, and I've got the big Sample Beauty, so I think I'm going to stick this one, though it is really, really good. If I would have known I was going to buy the Oceanic, like probably a month or 2 after that, I would have not bought this, I think. I had got it through Beauty Bay. So I've got one here from Game Beauty. It's their Adventure palette. It was the very first palette they put out. I've actually liked every single other palette that they put out. They were very tempting to me, but not tempting enough to actually purchase, which is a sad state of affairs, but here we are. And plus I can't collect everything, but this beautiful color story. I believe they have changed their formula. I think this is a glitter. Yeah, they don't do glitters anymore as far as I know, but it is a very good glitter. It doesn't have all that breaky uppy, so it's more like an eyeshadow. Actually, really quite enjoyed it. I should definitely use it again. So there we go. And since it's the only one from Game Beauty at the moment, and it's small, I'm going to keep it. This one I got most recently as well. This is from Laura Lee Los Angeles. I got this via Poshmark, so I got it at a really good price. This is the Party Animal palette. I always kind of wanted to try her eyeshadows. I used to watch her a lot. Occasionally, every once in a while, I watch one of her big unboxings or whatever, because I'm a glutton for punishment and like to see what people get. But this is a little powerhouse. I did a video with it, and I really like it. So yeah, it's simple, it's small, but if you've been wanting to try Laura Lee, I would say try this one if you can find it somewhere. I don't think it's still available on her website. She kept all her neutral stuff because she's more of a neutral gal, but I dug it. I'm keeping it. Let's see here. Oh, here's another new brand that I've been dying to try, and then I got it as a birthday gift. So this is Haggard, the Daughter of Satan palette. And the color story is amazing. The quality is amazing. Makes me want to buy everything they put it, everything they have available. And here we go. Look at that. It is so beautiful. I've used it a couple times. I mean, I just got it for my birthday in May. I definitely need to use it some more, and I will do. So we are keeping that. And since we are trying to be very careful with what we're purchasing, trying to keep things to 1 or 2 things a month, it may be a long time, so we're going to enjoy that one. Okay, so now we're going to go into 2 brands that I really love, and I really need to pull the trigger on some of these older palettes, just because they've just been around for a long time. I've not been using them, but I love them, so it makes it really hard. So first up, this is probably one of the newer ones, I guess, or second before last, and this is from Kaleidos. This is the Flower Punk palette. I love the packaging. I love that you can have the mirror separate, and here's that beautiful color story. It's gorgeous. I love it. It kind of reminisces a little bit of the Melt palettes that are this shape. I like this color story. I like the quality. This one, however, I will definitely not part with, at least not yet. But we've got a few other ones here that are very long in the tooth. So we have those 2 little palettes that were in the limited edition. And then we have this. So those have been the most recent that I bought. I haven't bought from Kaleidos in a while. I've been doing lots of neutral, lots of lip things. I do have a couple of the lip, I want to call it kits, but they're not really kits, collections. But I've just not found anything. They seem to have lost that. And then the Angelica Nyquist one, but they seem to have lost a little bit of their way, I think. So that's what's making it hard when I'm looking at these 4 here. So this is Futurism 4. I'm just going to pull them in the order of the pile, not to the number. I usually keep the little plastics for those because they have the name of the shades on them, but they're absolutely beautiful. That's the problem. I think because I've given up the Shine by SD one, which has like kind of the yellow and orange in there, that maybe I might keep this one still. I really do love Kaleidos, and the quality is still looking good. This color story I really liked. So I'm just going to put this actually to the side of Kaleidos, and then maybe at the end, once I've looked at these other 3 as well, we can make a decision. So the very first one I ever got was, in first purchase, was this number 6, Futurism 6, or is that a 5? I can't tell. The number might have come up a little bit. I think it's Futurism 5, number 5, the Electric Turquoise. This is not available anymore, and look at it. It's so beautiful. I just love this color story. No, that went on my hand really weird. Oh, but it swatches. Okay, maybe it's just my finger. So there is that one. Then we have the 2 newer in this kind of palette size. This was Futurism 7. This is Sashimi City. And this one I bought because it was in for a penny, in for a pound. I think I bought this whole collection at the time, which was this one and the last one we're going to show, and then maybe there was something else in the collection, lipstick or something. I don't know. Again, I'm old. So this is a very neutral. I've barely used this one. I think I may have used it once when I got it. I think this is the one I should find a home for. It is super pretty. Like I said, it's barely been touched. So like I said, maybe once, maybe now with my finger. I would say maybe when I got it was the only time I've used this. So I think this will be the one from Kaleidos that I will for sure give up. So I'm going to stick that already in the pile that we'll go through at the end. And then this is Futurism 6, Lunar Lavender. This one too, people had a problem with one of the shades, and I was like, I got no problem. But again, I use things way differently. I just use it like a normal Joe. So that could be part of the problem. I mean, sometimes I do some winged out and some little super colorful looks, but I'm not the, using color liner and funny shapes and, crazy. I'm not that artistic. So I had 0 problems with any of these. They all blended and went on really well. I do like lavenders, so I think I will keep this one. So we're for sure going to keep the lavender. So 100% we're keeping the lavender. The neutral one, we've decided we're going to try and find a home for that. So looking back at these 2, I think I need to think a little bit longer, so I think I'm just going to stick them down in the pile here, and then we're going to go with the next one, and then maybe we can make a decision. Alrighty, so we have got Odin's Eye, and I've got a lot others in another shape coming in one of the other one of the last two drawers. So, do I have some of the older ones here? So that is one of the slightly newish, older, newer. Okay, so let's go, and then that is 2. Okay, so we're gonna go with the Elva 2. I think there were more than this, but I got 3 in there. I've got this one here, which is this one. It's kind of some purples and some neutrals. The completionist in me is saying keep it. But I'm not sure on this one, so I'm going to add this with the 2 Kaleidos ones. This is the Elva 2 Mini Forest palette. This, I believe, was the first... Yes, I think this was the first palette I ever bought from Odin's Eye. I just bought the one, and then I think I might have bought a few others after. So that's this one here. These 2 shades I just love. I like how you kind of get an extra shade by having them split the slightly bigger one in the middle. I think I'm going to keep this one because it was the first palette I ever bought, and I still do like that color story. And then we've got the Mini Ocean palette. I think this one we're going to keep for sure as well too, because look at that color story. You know, those 2 neutrals, these blues are really nice. So I think if we then compare it to this one, though I do like purples, I think I'm going to put this one into the Find a Good Home pile. There may be somebody that really wants it, and then I'll keep that even though it's hurting my heart, but I'm not using it. Let's go. Now, this was the first complete collection I ever bought via Odin's Eye, and I bought all of these together. And this one, maybe there's one missing. I thought there was 4, but I only got 3 here, so can't remember. So anyways, here we've got this Skuld palette. So there might be somewhere, other one got lost somewhere. This is so pretty. I'm definitely keeping that one. I think I'm probably going to keep this whole collection. And then we've got the Verdunde palette. This one, let's see this one. This one, maybe. This one is nice. Again, it's falling in the more neutral. I think I kind of like this red one. This was the one that I was originally not going to buy, but then I thought, again, like I did with the Kaleidos one, well, might as well get the whole collection, right? And I did like it, but I think this is the one that I will possibly give up. So I think I'm going to put the Verdunde into the giveaway, find a home for, or maybe sell. I don't know. We'll put that there. And then this is the one this other one, this is really gorgeous. This is the Erd palette, and this one is, oh, it's beautiful. So that one is staying. So before we get to my, call it my Drag Queen drawer, we're going to look at these 2 again. Because like I said, I'm trying to, every time I hem and haw, one of the 2 have to go. So, I do like them. You know, I'm keeping them both. Fuck it. I'm going to keep those 2. I did give one away, and I've given 2 away so far from Odin's Eye, so I will keep that one. So that's finishing up my little drawer here. I'll just pop these back, and then we can go to the next one. These are all the smaller palettes, too. Okay, so now I have this drawer out of my one that normally holds lipsticks, highlighters, blushes. But the top drawer, I had done some, I think from my last declutter, and I had done some rejigging that I ended up with an extra drawer, so I just popped a whack of palettes in there. So I'm going to pull these out. Oh, there's one definitely I'm going to declutter. I think I might also have a few, is that an eyeshadow? Nope, that is a face. No, yeah, it's a face palette. That's a face palette. Those are singles. All right. So there's gonna be a lot of this Trixie Mattel in here and some other stuff. Okay, so here we go. This is from Trixie Cosmetics. This is the Daytime Realness. This little palette. I got a few from Wilma. I think that's where I got most of these from, as she, you know, some she's got duplicates of or whatever. I love this little blue color story. Now with Trixie Cosmetics, their win is their blushes. Their blushes are amazing. I actually really like their bronzer with a little highlighter in there is really good. I have some glosses. I'm not a gloss fan, but the glosses are fine. I do have a lip kit coming from the new collection, so I can finally try the lipstick. But their eyeshadows are usually hit and miss. Some I like a little bit more than others, but I did like this little palette here. I think this was one of the ones that was a little bit more successful. The reason why I got this one is they reissued it with, I think, a couple extra colors or in a bigger palette or something, and then this was the original one. But I like this one, so I think this one, I remember, like I said, I remember it doing really well, so I'm going to keep that one. Here is Plant Gay. This one is really, really pretty. I like this one. I like this color story a lot. I'm trying to remember if I liked the quality of this one. I think I did. I thought Plant Gay was really good as well. They didn't insult us by putting what she calls a black in here, so so we're gonna. I think this one we're gonna keep. I'm just gonna put it to the side for a second. I've got this one. I was really excited to get because I love Juno Birch. So this was the Trixie Juno collection. And yeah, this one's really pretty, except for that laugh of a black. This is the palette here. This is really, really nice. This black is absolutely terrible. It is, yeah, it's more gray than black. Yeah, this is definitely not one of my favorite palettes, but because, oh, that purple's pretty though, but because I like Juno a lot, I think I am going to keep that one. So I don't think I have any more Trixie palettes. So it's just the 3, so I think I will keep those. Next up, I've got some, hold on, I got some Sea Color. Now, this one was the original first Sea Color palette I tried. I got this from Wilma to try because the color story really wasn't her color story. I couldn't get this one to work. Come heck or high water. This one was definitely where you would need to maybe use 1 or 2 colors and then pull from other palettes. I tried to film a video 3 times with this. I give up on this one. So see, maybe if somebody else can make it work. So I'm going to put that one definitely in the giveaway pile. So now they usually put a lot of glitters in their thing though, which is, but theirs aren't bad. So here I've got 3 other palettes. They're okay, so I've got 3 other palettes. This is the Bold and the Beautiful. This one has, I think I might have given one other one away to a friend because she was looking for glitters and one that had tons and tons of glitters in there. So I think one I've already given away and was one that I bought. I think this one, I got this one from Wilma. I did buy 1 or 2 on my own and I can't remember anymore. They're so mixed up. So this is the Bold and Beautiful. So I'm just going to compare these all before I make a decision. There is a lot of glitter, so glitter, 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 glitter. I'm not a glitter person, though, like I said, their glitter is, or some of their glitters are some of the better ones, not all of them. So there's this one. Then this one I really liked. And it was funny. I know for sure I got this one from Wilma because, again, because of the cover and the theme. It has like an Art Deco-y thing. It was a collab with somebody called Sarah Jo, but it ended up being that the color story was not at all what Wilma was expecting. And it isn't for me either. I get it. I think it does fit a Death Valley theme. So this one, but this one has no glitters in it. So I think for sure, because it has no glitters in it, this is definitely the one that I will keep like that. Then we've got one here that's called Empowered Excellent. I believe these all came in, I think there might have been 3 or 4 in this series. And then this one too. Oh, this one I haven't had a chance to use too much. Oh, maybe not even at all. So I think what I'm going to do, and it only has 2 glitters, so I'm going to keep this one. So I'm going to keep the Empowered Excellence. I'm going to keep the Death Valley, the Peaches and Cream, and I think this one here with so many glitters in it. I'm going to find a home for this one, but I'm definitely going to keep these two here. All right. Oh, and this I got as a birthday gift a really long time ago. It was my very first foray into kimchi chic. Now, this color, and again, when I got this is Kimchi Chic X Ketnips, and I don't know who they are. It's presenting the Rainbow Sharks palette. Now, when I got this, I was again this is one, I would say this is one of the first when I really started getting back into makeup again. So I want to say I've had this at least for 5 or 6 years at least. So it's probably one of the earlier ones where I started buying makeup in bulk. When I first started pinup, I was doing lots of eyeliner, lipstick, and base, a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlighter, but not a lot of eyeshadows, usually a few neutral ones, and then I found Juvia's Place, and there we go. So this one is a very, very, very beige, but these 6 shades here are absolutely beautiful. She has made a smaller version of this. I'm always hesitant to not have to declutter this one because it was a gift. It's a birthday gift. It was my very first one from Kimchi, and I do like these shades on the end here. And no, they still smell fine and they seem to look fine. So I think with this one, I'm just going to take it out of rotation, and it's just going to be one that I want to keep forever because it is just so stinking cute and it just has some good memories attached to it. So it's probably going to come out and might go into a display or to storage. I haven't quite decided, or it just might show up if I do a palette go through next year, but just know it's got memories attached to it. So then I've got 2 other ones from Kimchi. This one is the first one that I bought, and this is a Virgin Mojito. I freaking love this palette, and I've used this one a lot. This one, I use it a lot of times with one you'll see later from Midas, their Lemon Yellow palette. I sometimes use the 2 palettes together. They are actually some definitely good dips in all the shimmery shades. Mattes take a little bit longer to go through, but all the shimmer shades, they've got some good dips in it. I really like this one. I'm going to keep this one till the better end. This one I just got recently from Wilma. This is the Mango Tango. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so we are going to keep it for now so we can play with it, but look how pretty it is. It's just so pretty. So, and it is all matte, which is very exciting. So we could probably use these 2 together. Like there's probably a few shimmer, yeah, like the yellowy green shimmer you could maybe use with that. So maybe I'll try doing a look together. So I'm going to keep the Mango Tango. And then lastly, this is kind of a Trixie Mattel. This is a Sugar Pill, and Trixie Mattel, this is the Oh Honey 2. There was one previously to this. The reason why I got this was Martha ordered it, and the one shade came absolutely trashed. She thought they would just either send her the one shade or just send her a new palette, but they sent her the whole collection, which is a really pretty gloss. And this here, and you have to be very careful because the black in here does not stay together come hell or high water. Yeah, see, it's just drifting everywhere. I hate it. So I think what I'm going to do, because I love this blush, but now it's getting a bit dirty from the black, I'm actually going to take this broken shade out. I think I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to clean up the other shades, and then I'm going to keep this still for now. And I do really love the gloss that's in here, and I'm really not a glossy person, but I do like this one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get rid of the problematic black and then clean this up, and then I'm going to keep this one, and then put on a little bit of gloss while we're here. Oh, it smells good. That's why I like it. Now I remember why I really like this gloss. Oh, it smells like a fruity candy. So delicious. See? Pretty. I like that. Go Sugar Pill. Yeah. So anyways, she got a new one. So I got this. So like I said, I'm going to clean this up and then I'm going to keep it. So there we go. So we've got 2 more drawers to go. There's going to be a lot of this Trixie Mattel in here and some other stuff. Okay, so here we go. This is from Trixie Cosmetics. This is the Daytime Realness. This little palette. I got a few from Wilma. I think that's where I got most of these from, as she, you know, some she's gotten duplicates of or whatever. I love this little blue color story. Now with Trixie Cosmetics, their win is their blushes. Their blushes are amazing. I actually really like their bronzer with a little highlighter in there is really good. I have some glosses. I'm not a gloss fan, but the glosses are fine. I do have a lip kit coming from the new collection, so I can finally try the lipstick. But their eyeshadows are usually hit and miss. Some I like a little bit more than others, but I did like this little palette here. I think this was one of the ones that was a little bit more successful. The reason why I got this one is they reissued it with, I think, a couple extra colors or in a bigger palette or something, and then this was the original one. But I like this one, so I think this one, I remember, like I said, I remember it doing really well, so I'm going to keep that one. Here is Plant Gay. This one is really, really pretty. I like this one. I like this color story a lot. I'm trying to remember if I liked the quality of this one. I think I did. I thought Plant Gay was really good as well. They didn't insult us by putting what she calls a black in here, so so we're gonna. I think this one we're gonna keep. I'm just gonna put it to the side for a second. I've got this one. I was really excited to get because I love Juno Birch. So this was the Trixie Juno collection. And yeah, this one's really pretty, except for that laugh of a black. This is the palette here. This is really, really nice. This black is absolutely terrible. It is, yeah, it's more gray than black. Yeah, this is definitely not one of my favorite palettes, but because, oh, that purple's pretty though, but because I like Juno a lot, I think I am going to keep that one. So I don't think I have any more Trixie palettes. So it's just the 3, so I think I will keep those. Next up, I've got some, hold on, I got some C color. Now this one was the original first C color palette I tried. I got this from Wilma to try because the color story really wasn't her color story. I couldn't get this one to work. Come heck or high water. This one was definitely where you would need to maybe use 1 or 2 colors and then pull from other palettes. I tried to film a video 3 times with this. I give up on this one. So see, maybe if somebody else can make it work. So I'm going to put that one definitely in the giveaway pile. So no, they usually put a lot of glitters in their thing though, which is, but theirs aren't bad. So here, okay, so I've got 3 other palettes. This is the Bold and the Beautiful. This one has, I think I might have given one other one away to a friend because she was looking for glitters and one that had tons and tons of glitters in there. So I think one I've already given away and was one that I bought. I think this one, I got this one from Wilma. I did buy 1 or 2 on my own and I can't remember anymore. They're so mixed up. So this is the Bold and Beautiful. So I'm just going to compare these all before I make a decision. There is a lot of glitter, so glitter, 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 glitter. I'm not a glitter person, though, like I said, their glitter is, or some of their glitters are some of the better ones, not all of them. So there's this one. Then this one I really liked. And it was funny, I know for sure I got this one from Wilma because, again, because of the cover and the theme. It has like an Art Deco-y thing. It was a collab with somebody called Sarah Jo, but it ended up being that the color story was not at all what Wilma was expecting. And it isn't for me either. I get it. I think it does fit a Death Valley theme. So this one, but this one has no glitters in it. So I think for sure, because it has no glitters in it, this is definitely the one that I will keep like that. Then we've got one here that's called Empowered Excellent. I believe these all came in, I think there might have been 3 or 4 in this series. And then this one too. Oh, this one I haven't had a chance to use too much. Oh, maybe not even at all. So I think what I'm going to do, and it only has 2 glitters, so I'm going to keep this one. So I'm going to keep the Empowered Excellence. I'm going to keep the Death Valley, the Peaches and Cream, and I think this one here with so many glitters in it. I'm going to find a home for this one, but I'm definitely going to keep these 2 here. All right. Oh, and this I got as a birthday gift a really long time ago. It was my very first foray into kimchi chic. Now, this color, and again, when I got this is Kimchi Chic X Ketnips, and I don't know who they are. It's presenting the Rainbow Sharks palette. Now, when I got this, I was again this is one, I would say this is one of the first when I really started getting back into makeup again. So I want to say I've had this at least for 5 or 6 years at least. So it's probably one of the earlier ones where I started buying makeup in bulk. When I first started pinup, I was doing lots of eyeliner, lipstick, and base, a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlighter, but not a lot of eyeshadows, usually a few neutral ones, and then I found Juvia's Place, and there we go. So this one is very, very, very beige. But these 6 shades here are absolutely beautiful. She has made a smaller version of this. I'm always hesitant to not have to declutter this one because it was a gift. It's a birthday gift. It was my very first one from Kimchi, and I do like these shades on the end here. And no, they still smell fine and they seem to look fine. So I think with this one, I'm just going to take it out of rotation, and it's just going to be one that I want to keep forever because it is just so stinking cute and it just has some good memories attached to it. So it's probably going to come out and might go into a display or to storage. I haven't quite decided, or it just might show up if I do a palette go through next year, but just know it's got memories attached to it. So then I've got 2 other ones from Kimchi. This one is the first one that I bought, and this is a Virgin Mojito. I freaking love this palette, and I've used this one a lot. This one, I use it a lot of times with one you'll see later from Midas, their lemon yellow palette. I sometimes use the 2 palettes together. They are actually some definitely good dips in all the shimmery shades. Mattes take a little bit longer to go through, but all the shimmer shades, they've got some good dips in it. I really like this one. I'm going to keep this one till the better end. This one I just got recently from Wilma. This is the Mango Tango. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so we are going to keep it for now so we can play with it. But look how pretty it is. It's just so pretty. So, and it is all matte, which is very exciting. So we could probably use these 2 together. Like there's probably a few shimmer, yeah, like the yellowy green shimmer you could maybe use with that. So maybe try doing a look together. So I'm going to keep the Mango Tango. And then lastly, this is kind of a Trixie Mattel. This is a Sugar Pill, and Trixie Mattel, this is the Oh Honey 2. There was one previously to this. The reason why I got this was Martha ordered it, and the one shade came absolutely trashed. She thought they would just either send her the one shade or just send her a new palette, but they sent her the whole collection, which is a really pretty gloss. And this here, and you have to be very careful because the black in here does not stay together come hell or high water. Yeah, see, it's just drifting everywhere. I hate it. So I think what I'm going to do, because I love this blush, but now it's getting a bit dirty from the black, I'm actually going to take this broken shade out. I think I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to clean up the other shades, and then I'm going to keep this still for now. And I do really love the gloss that's in here, and I'm really not a glossy person, but I do like this one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get rid of the problematic black and then clean this up, and then I'm going to keep this one, and then put on a little bit of gloss while we're here. Oh, it smells good. That's why I like it. Now I remember why I really like this gloss. Oh, it smells like a fruity candy. So delicious. See, pretty. I like that. Go Sugar Pill. Yeah. So anyways, she got a new one. So I got this. So like I said, I'm going to clean this up and then I'm going to keep it. So there we go. So we've got 2 more drawers to go. So we're starting 3 out of 4, and then I have the 4th drawer. I just thought, just so it wouldn't be too much of me fumbling around with stuff, let's do a drawer at a time. This top one had a lot more smaller ones again, mid to smaller size one. So let's grab this because it's the same brand. So this is Odin's Eye. So I do, like I said, I had all those longer original ones, and then they've got a whack of these. So this, oh yeah, okay, so let's just go try and do them in kind of sort of collection-y order. So one of the, yes, so this is from the original Soul Mane, this eyeshadow palette. This is a very neutral one, if I remember right. And I got this one from Teresa Mulhern. She got this in a mystery bag, and she did not like this palette at all. It was definitely not in her color thing, so she kindly sent it to me. So since it was a gift and it's Odin Eye, and I don't mind having at least one neutral color story from them. I did give away one, or was it, oh no, that might have been Kaleidos. I think we are still going to keep this one. Then I have that one, then I have the Alva 2, and I have this one here. I have all the highlight palettes as well. This is, ooh, that sounded kind of crunchy. This is this color story here. It is really, really pretty. The greens and the blues and the oranges. There is a glitter in here, a couple glitters in here. I don't think they really do glitter anymore, but they did back in the day. So I think I'm going to stick this into the maybe pile. I do love this palette still, or at least half of it. So I'm gonna think, maybe I'll think about it at the end. I'm gonna put this at the bottom of the Odin's Eye ones here. So then we've got the Norns eyeshadow palette from the Norns collection. I believe that was the next one. This is where I got the full collection. So I got the little palettes, then I got this big palette, and then the highlighter palette, and there might have been lipsticks in there as well. But anywho, here we go. This one I really like. There are no glitters in here, I believe. Nope, they are all shimmers. I like this color story. And for a brand that I really like, I've not used it as much as I should do, but I will just even for this red and this green, will not give this palette up. So we are going to keep the Norns one. And then I think this was the last collection I bought from, and this is the Soulmane 2, and I bought a good chunk of this collection as well. Not everything, because they had a lot of different highlighters and blushes, but I did buy a good chunk of it. This is in their new look packaging. This is pretty nice. The quality is as good as normal. There are no glitters in here. Color story is really nice. It is one of our more recent ones, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. So the Alba 2 may be one I might give up. Then I've got so then they had this collab, and this one I believe had 3. One was more of a neutrally shaded red, which I kind of wish now I got, and then they did a second round with the same 3 ladies, but I got 2 out of the 3 from the first round. So first is the Giant Wolves with Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. This one is at the packaging, the coloring, everything is really beautiful. It's like a book, and again, it's using their new shape that they're using. It has a mirror inside. And here is that beautiful color story there. This shade that's called Eternal here is like a duochrome, multi-chrome. It is really pretty. I'm going to keep it because it's a collab one. I do quite like Annette, and I really liked this palette. Another person that I follow on and off did the Hummingbird, and that's Fancy Face. I haven't seen her pop up a lot on my feed recently, but I did watch her quite often in the past. I think a lot of makeup influencers I just don't watch so much anymore, because I'm trying to be careful and just and watch small YouTubers, because I have a lot of friends that are into YouTube, and you know, like 400 or 500 subscribers or less, or a few more, and I like that better. And I really like this color story, so I'm going to keep this one as well. So I'm thinking that Alba 2 might have to go. I think I feel sad about it because I kind of like these two. I'm going to put it in the to-go pile, and then when we go through them all at the end where I make my final decision, we'll see if this one stays, because I love these 2 rows, but these 2 I could kind of live without, even though there is an orange. So, and quality I think is still seeming fine. The second one, not so much. Okay, well, we'll put that in the think about pile for sure, but the other ones will definitely stay. Yeah, let's go. So now we've got a whack of, I thought I have some more somewhere else too. Let us grab them all if I can see them. Yeah, there we go. I have a whack of Miss P. Louise. P. Louise. and I bought 0 of them. I got gifted them all because somebody who got a lot of these knows how much I love these too. So here we go. So where do we begin? Okay, let's start with some of the, these might be a little bit older. So these are from the Love Tapes. I've got 2 of them. I've got the one here that is going solo, and it is, you know, I like it, the grays, silvers, and blacks. And I recently acquired this, so of course I'm going to keep it. Then I have the Don't Hate the Player, Hate the Game, The Love Affair. And this one is reds, and this is so fiery. Look at that. I haven't had a chance to play with this because I focused on some other ones, which I'll show you shortly. So I'm definitely keeping this. I'm not willing to get anything P. Louise at. Now I have, and I was so excited to get this because I have the first one I bought was in this series, the Worldy. I saw the Worldy palette. There's also a smaller version of it, and none of these greens repeat in the big palette, so I was really excited to get that. So of course they're not going to go away, and plus it's so cute. I know, her packaging is frickin' over the top. Wilma was gifted the ginormous P. Louise calendar last year. She loved everything in it, but the only kind of things that she was a little iffy about were these 2 little palettes because they are very neutral. Orangey neutral, and she knows how much I like them. She originally said, if you could pick one, which one would you pick? And I said I would pick this one, and then she was like, I can have the other one anyways, which is funny. And I've used them. I love them. The colors, the qualities is excellent. I just love everything P. Louise. I don't think I've had any bummers in anything that I've tried that I can think of. Even their skincare I really like. And then I have a whack of these Stack 'em Ups. I have 5 of them. So I have the, there is Back Yourself, which, oh, I did a, what did I do? A bingo. I make a bingo using all of these. So there's these oranges, and I got a good look out of it. Then I've got the Talk is Cheap, which, see, I still even have the sheets in there. These, it's so beautiful. Of course, I'm not going to give these up. There is the Health is Wealth. Come on. Like, look at that green. And then we've got the, what's this? Smoney Comes, or Smoney Comes, because it's like a dollar sign. And this is all the beautiful pinks. I technically could cover all the color stories just in my P. Louise collection. And then this is the, I think it's supposed to be like Cleo, but it looks like Millions. I don't know. Anywho, it's the Poiples. It is the Poiples. It is really nice. So these are also all staying. So we are keeping the P. Louise. This pile's been a little bit up. Oops. Alrighty, next up. Okay, so we have a couple things from Wicked Widow. They're the makers of my beautiful crow collection. I got a couple of these via Ice Cream Beauty, which was really exciting. So it was part of the Halloween box for Ice Cream last year. So this is their Graveyard Smash. I wanted it so bad, and then when it was in the box, I was so excited. This color story is the Bees Meets. I love it. So of course that's staying, and plus it's pretty new, and I like it. So, and then we have Love Struck, which was in the Valentine's box, and then oops, oh, that doesn't matter. It's stupid plastic. This color story. I mean, this one I could have done without the Coming Back Home shade, and maybe had a white in there or a brighter pink. But other than that, I really like this palette. So of course I'm keeping this one. And then let's go here. I've got a whack of Sugar Drizzle Polish. Here we go. I saw that one that was in my other drawer. That was the new one from the ice cream box, the Plumeria. This was the one thing that got me into them, and it is the Pickle palette. This is the cutest palette ever. Look at it. The beautiful color story. You can't see it here, but there is in here there are some like they're like duochromes. There we go. But this in a pickle, oh, I love it so much. So this was the first thing I ever got, and it kind of started the love for sugar drizzle. I've bought all of them except for this one, and this one I got as a gift. It might have been a birthday gift, I can't remember. Again from Wilma, and this is the butterfly palette. How do I get this? Be the flavor, quirky, unique, beautiful, magical person that you are. Look at that color story. It is so beautiful. So I love that. I think my second palette I got was the Frosty Flamingo. Wait till you see it. This is also beautiful. And the purples. This shade called Pinkaberry is so good. And then the second palette that was kind of a one that made everybody go crazy and is awesome is the MILF palette. Man, I love frogs. And of course this one will also not go anywhere. It is a all shimmer palette though. So I know some people don't like that. Kind of like the idea of having an all shimmer palette and an all matte palette and go. But there we go. So those are all staying. Oh, we're not doing so well in this palette, are we? Okay, we've got some Shroud Cosmetics. They've had a couple, there's been some stuff going on with there. I don't know what's going on. I haven't looked back into it. One of their last palettes I really wanted. Didn't get to it, and there's been stuff, but I do have the two from Butte Bean, or was Batty Bean and is now Butte Bean, right? Because it was Hollow Bean, and or is it the other way around? Anywho, can't remember. Old. So anyways, there's these two palettes. I love both of them. They go well together. I always wanted to try Shroud. They had like that creepy cute palette, some of those other palettes. And what was funny, because I remember there was such drama to get Butte Bean, Batty Bean. I think it's Butte Bean. I think she was Butte Bean and now she's Batty Bean. So maybe it's this one. It's freaking bats. Anyways, there was such a problem to get it. And there were people talking about these long pre-orders and selling out so quick. So with this one, I waited till there was actual stock to buy it so I could buy it and get it. Didn't pre-order. And then this one, I was like, if I get it on the release date, cool. If not, I'm going to do the same thing, wait till there's stock in, and I managed to get it on the release. But there we go, or whatever order they are. But I'm going to keep them both because I like them both. I like Shroud. I would like to try more, but there was kind of drama with the last one and people getting stock. And so I'm like, I'm going to need to investigate that a little further. I don't know how that got in there. It's from Tropical Vibes. There's 4 loose shadows in there. Let's see here. Okay, we've got some Midas here. So this one was a two-pack. They made a slightly lighter and a slightly darker pastel palette. I decluttered the one and kept one. I think because Midas no longer exists and I like them, I'm going to keep it still. Like I said, the only reason why I decluttered the one other one because it was really close the same. It was only slight variations in shade. And then there is, this one also came in 2 volumes, but we just got volume 2 Artistry palette. And of course I'm not giving that one up. That grungy green business. And then, oh, is it in here? Oh, it might be in the other drawer. Or is it here? Oh, no, here it is. And then my favorite Midas palette of all time, which I'm going to keep until there is nothing left, is the Lemonade palette. This is the best yellow palette ever. I've not seen one ever to get even close to this. Well, there's divots in every single color, so I have been using this one as probably one of my most used palettes. It's just hard to see in the light here. Oh, there you go. Maybe you can see that it's kind of divoting there, right? I just love this palette. I will never give this palette up. Did I drop something? I did. Okay, and then I found one more P. Louise, and this came in my Christmas box that, she made the big one 2 years ago and a smaller one. Wilma had bought herself the smaller one, and then somebody gifted her a smaller one, so she sent me the one that she bought, and this was in there. I don't think the battery works anymore. It does not. I'd have to put, if you were able to put it in, but it's used to light up. I really like this little palette. It's super neutral, but for a cute little nude. If I was traveling, which I think I did take this once for traveling. I had a color one and I grabbed this one as my neutral because it takes so little space up. So I'm going to keep that one as well. Alrighty, where should we go? All right, so here, this one's is from Illuminati. I have a face palette, and then this is an eyeshadow palette. It's pretty, the quality is okay, nothing to write home to mother about. So I think this one can go, it was in an ice cream box or bag box. So I will pop that away. Let's see here. Here we have two from Prados, two little ones. I really like this collection. I ended up buying the two little palettes because I think there were 3 of them, maybe 4 of them, but these were the 2 I liked. There's a big palette, which I'm still kind of eyeing. I bought the brow liner and something else that's in the collection. Oh, the little lipsticks, I think. But look. Oh, so beautiful. And they make one of my favorite neutral palettes of all time that I own. So I liked these little ones as well. So these are the perfect pops of color that can go with my neutral palette. And even though I love greens, the blue one is the superior of the 2. So Healing Waters, I liked a little bit better than Plant Medicine, though I do love Plant Medicine. So if you're looking to buy Prados and you wanted to try something a little, I highly recommend the Healing Waters. So there we go, and those are all keeping, and they are also relatively new. Let's see. I've got 2 here from Creature Cosmetics. So these were my first foray into their eyeshadows that of me owning. One came in a mystery box and one I bought in a sale. It finally came back in. So I have Freaky Frankie, which, oh, okay, fine. Is the 2 green ones. And then the other one, which was the one that I got in the mystery box, and I was so excited that this was the one I got, was Lichen Larry, because that was one of the, I think there's one other one that I really liked. I can't remember what it is now, but it's one of the ones that are sold out. And this one is so good, the 2 shade of blue. So good. Of course, I am keeping those. I don't have a lot of Creature, and I like these 2, and they're Halloween themed. So there we go. So those are staying. Okay, so this one I got in an ice cream box. I had to play with it a little bit more. It's from Delancey. It's got 4 duochrome shimmery shades. They are oh, I can't open it right now, my nails. Anyways, they're super pretty. So I think for now, it doesn't take a lot of space. I'm going to keep that one. Let's see. I got these in a recent clear out of Woma Beauty at Walmart. They just cost me, I think, $1 each. They're cute little quads. I didn't film with them, I don't think, but I do use them just for quickly, easy eye looks at home. They're really cute. They were really cheap, so I'm going to, and you can't get them anymore, so I'm going to keep those. Just trying to keep everything separate. Alrighty, so then from Rude Cosmetics, I think I'd gotten rid of a Rude Cosmetics last time. I still really enjoy these 2 palettes, even though each one has a glitter in them, and I hate glitters, but these 2 palettes are really pretty. I don't really have anything more from Rude eyeshadow wise, so they're still gonna make it another go. Now here's a pile that I know some stuff should go, but I love them so much, and that would be a Juvia's Place, and that's the last from drawer 3, and then we'll be on to drawer number 4. Alrighty, let's go with these little ones. So here are the little quads that they did. One I had sent to Wilma, the Fumi one. So this is the Melissa palette. This came in a mystery bag. This one is really cute. It does, however, have a glitter in it, and though they're nice dark shades, and I liked it when I used it, I think this one I can for sure give up this go around. Then we've got the Rebel series. So there was Rebel Honey, Rebel Army, Rebel Mints, and Rebel Grays. So Rebel Grays is awesome. I really like it. There's no glitters. I have a lot of, that's the thing, I do have a lot of silvery ones now, but let's put this down and look at the other 3. So if there's nothing else I want to get rid of from the Rebel set, then I want to keep it to keep all 4. But if I feel like I want to get rid of one of the other ones, I might do the silvers just because I have a whack of silvers now. But Here's the mints, and I do like that one, so I think I do want to keep that. And then we have a Rebel Army. No, I think I'm going to keep all four. So like this, and then this one, because I'd only bought in the 3, because this one was out of stock, and then the 4 set was out of stock, and this color weirdly went out of stock. But after I hit, you know, like checkout, and I checked out, then this jumped in. So it was a weird quirk on the new release day. But then Wilma got this for me, so, and I really do like it. So yeah, I'm going to keep that full series together. So there we go. Let's go around again. It's not very good. Alrighty, so here is these size ones here. Let's see here. I want to put some of these together by theme. Okay, so here we go. I have the Allure 1 and 2. Let's do them. And they're both beautiful. So we've got one that's mostly blues, another one's that's green and orange. Okay, so I'm thinking because the one Kaleidos one that I kept looks a lot like this. I'm wondering if I should get rid of the Kaleidos and keep this one because it's newer, or get rid of this one because I really want to keep the Kaleidos. Then I really wanted this, and then I got, you know what, I'm going to keep it. And then this one, of course, I'm going to keep the blues. Up to me getting that new bluish palette. I just have blues everywhere. Yeah. For that one P. Louise double set, I could get rid of all the other blue palettes I own. But anyways, here we go. I'm going to keep that. And then I have Nubian Glow. I can't remember if I bought this or if this was gifted to me. This one might have been gifted to me, but look at it. You know, I love me an orange, so that's got to stay. And then this one is the Bronze Rustic. And I asked for this one while I was going through a lot of stuff, going, do you want this? Yes, no. I wanted it, so I'm keeping it. So I think only the pinks is the only one that is going. So on to drawer 4. So we're on to our final slog through palettes. It's insane. You really don't, especially when everything's tucked away, you don't really feel about how many you have until you actually go through them all. So we're just gonna grab a pile at a time here because it's just in the last drawer, and I did go pick up the ones that I haven't used yet that are in my need to do something with them pile. All right, so first up we've got here Mermaid Scales and Cosmetics X Ice Cream Beauty. I hadn't tried that brand before, so I was very excited to try that. It is a very nice palette. It's very pretty. I mean, you'll notice as time goes by, a lot of these things are going to start looking the same. There's only so many colors in the world and so many color combinations, but I really quite liked this. I need to play with it again because I've only played with it when I did the video on it. So, and like I said, Mermaid Scales is a new brand for me, so I will play with that one some more. Then I've got here, so this is from Rebel Rouge? Yeah, Rebel Rouge Labs. Martha was obsessed over this brand and she kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And when will they have a sale? And I want them to have a sale. And I'll be like, what brand again? What brand again? What brand again? Oh, I need to have a sale. And then they did. And then I saw this palette and then I was like, okay, for that price, can you throw it in for me? So it's very 80s, 90s type look here. The quality is pretty good. I got it more for the names. Take On Me, Valley Girl, one of my favorite movies, Mr. Roboto, Rock Lobster, one of my favorite B-52 songs, Purple Rain. I mean, come on. Yes, there are a couple glitters in there, which, you know, I hate, and they're not good. They're not good glitters. But I like this enough that I'm going to keep it, because it's the Karma Chameleon palette. Come on. So this one I'm just keeping just cause. The rest of the shades are pretty good. The glitters are just in there, are just not usable. But because of the theme, I'm keeping it, and I just recently got it. This one I bought, I added it, I think it was when I bought the one Ice Cream Beauty bag because I wanted the Gourmand Girls palette that was in there. And then I added from the Beauty Crop, because I've been wanting to try the Beauty Crop, I added the Strawberry Daiquiri palette. Here it is. It is very good. I really quite enjoyed it. Again, frickin' a glitter, but I think I may give this one up. Even though I do like this shade. I think this shade I really liked, but this might be a Martha palette. You never know. So anyways, there we go. I think that's one we're going to give up. All right, so here is one of the first things that I got from Chantico Beauty that wasn't like a single shimmery shade palette, eyeshadow or a liquid eyeshadow, something like that from Ice Cream. So this is the Hearth palette. It's again a Christmas themed one. I've only used it the once. Yeah, these are shimmers, not glitters. Because this is relatively new and I've only used it once, I think I'm going to try it again. I should do, I guess since I'm doing a Halloween month, I should do for Christmas, now that it feels like I'm going through here, I do have Christmas palettes, that I should do some and play with that. So it will survive till next year for sure, but you never know. Let's see, this is a Canadian brand. They don't seem to do too much. I think that so far they've only released 2 palettes. Maybe they had a third. This is Myas Cosmetics. They're local here from Vancouver. I'm going to keep it just for that. The quality is pretty good. I bought a few other things from them. There are 3 glitters in there, which, you know, but these are more of a little bit softer, better ones, but still not my favorite. But because they're Canadian, I think for now I'm going to keep it. I think just because they're local. Okay, here comes one I will never give up, ever, ever, ever. The Tiny Marvels palette. We all know why. It's by Mel Thompson and Sydney Grace. It is beautiful. It works well. I need to use it more. I'm just love this. So it's a great in memory palette. So there we go. This one is my only Linda Halberg. I had bought this through somebody I don't know if it was Make Me Up Mrs. group when I was part of it, or if she was in Teresa's group. But anyways, I bought a couple palettes from her. I can't remember what the other palette is. And one of them is the Linda Halberg one. I don't know if we've used it yet, but I think it might be in one of the, I can't remember, I'd have to double check. Might be one of the ones I'm using with a collab with my name twin. And I do like it. It's the only Linda Halberg one I have. The reviews on it were a hit and miss, but it was one of her first, I think, color ones, because she's also another person that does a lot of neutral. But I like it, so I'm going to keep it. And kind of weirdly, it's very tactile packaging. So there we go. Oh, here's something I had recently bought on Amazon. The Avocado Green palette. I don't think I did a video on it, but it is very pretty. I really like it. I think when I bought it, I don't know if I remember it saying that it had glitters, but it does. But it is such a pretty color story, so I don't know. So I'm going to put it in the hit and miss pile and see what I think at the end. Wilma may like it. So I did like everything else. It's just that it has glitters in there, and I'm not a glitter person. So we're going to put this into the maybe pile. All right. Oh, here's one of my other favorites of all time. I do want to buy more from them. I've just so far just keeps falling through, but this is the Minty Makeup Empowerment eyeshadow palette. This was the first shadow they released. They've also had a neutral one, and I think they've had some smaller palettes. They've had some lipsticks. I'm definitely into trying them again. They have my other favorite green, and it's the one, I have to be careful because I think this is a shade that keeps falling out too, and it's my favorite. It's called Empowerment. I love this green. This, along with the one from Lois Cosmetics, are 2 of my favorite greens. I love this palette. I've used it quite a bit. This has got a divot in it. That's got a divot in it. This has a bit of a divot. This one I've had to pack in because it's fallen out a few times. I think it's just the glue. I think I re-glued it, but just in case. I love this palette. So if you've been wanting to try Minty makeup, the Empowerment palette is fantastic, and I won't give this one up. I'll just keep using it and just keeping it. Okay, so here we've got from Lunar Beauty, the only Lunar Beauty thing I own. This is the Strawberry Dream palette. I liked it. The strawberry smell is still slightly there. There's a few divots in a few shades. I don't reach for it as much as I should. I am really kind of not wanting to let it go. Yeah, it's still, you know, I'm gonna keep it for another round. Let's see. Oh, this is another one that I wanted. They've stopped making makeup, but I think occasionally you can still see some stuff kicking around on their website. So this is from Noctex. This is the Antiquity palette. There's a big thing for the longest time about it, and then I bought a couple singles, and I really like the singles because it's not really my color story per se, but again, it's local to Vancouver. I do the color, there's a few colors that I really like. Like I said, I really enjoyed the singles a lot, so I went and I picked it up. I got it at a good sale too. I didn't pay the full price for it, but their shadows were really good. I think the market was saturated and they just didn't have enough of a hold to get in there. And but I'm going to keep it again because it was a local brand. You can't get it anymore. The packaging is just awesome. I like antique things, so there we go. So we are keeping that. Oh, let's grab this. This one I won. Oh, there's my other sample beauty. I knew I had one. So yeah, so it's good that I'm getting rid of the little one. I'll show that next. But I won this. This is the Lily Munster palette. This is from Glam Gloss. And of course, you know, so they don't get in trouble for it being Lily Munster. It's more of a comic book version than the movie TV character version. But it's still very cool, and I love that it's the great big pans, like the, you know, the Give Me Glow pans. I really quite enjoyed this palette. The black is just a shimmery to help blend. As you can tell, it's a very good black. I really like this palette. I need to play more with it. It's definitely going to be part of my Halloween month. I love this, and of course it's not going anywhere. I won it. Thank you, Viva, you're pretty. And there we go. So yeah, we were talking about the sample beauty. This is going to be one of the ones I use. This is it's volume 1, not volume 2. Oh, I better double check with my name twin. I thought it was number 2, but it's number 1. See if she has one, or we'll have to change it up again. But anyways, it's a rainbow palette. So, but since I am giving up I'm going to give up the Colored Rain, and I'm giving up the little of the sample beauty palettes, which I think some of the blues are kind of represented in here. Maybe not as dark. That I'm going to keep this one instead, so that I do have something sample beauty. Let's see. Oh, I only have one. I want to buy so much more from them. It's from Adept Cosmetics, but they had a good window when I bought this where they had, I think they've been fighting back and forth to get good international shipping. So I managed to get like $7 shipping on this, a one-time order, maybe because it's so small as well. It's the House of L palette. Superman, the original Superman. She's also Gen X and loves the original Superman and no other Superman but Christopher Reeve. He's our man. So anyways, I had to have it. I love this palette. I do want more. Now they're on I Feel Beautiful, so I think the next time I feel the need to get one, I can go through them. Duty and everything is incorporated there, so I don't have to worry about it, so the price is its price. But I do love this little palette, and it's going nowhere. Speaking again of Canadian makeup, it's the Ugly palette from It's Likely Makeup. I've recently used this just in personal to do some looks, and when I was doing for her new blushes, am I wearing one of them? Yes, I'm wearing one of the blushes today too, the orange one. And of course, she's Canadian, she's local. I'm going to keep that one, of course. Let's see. Okay, we've got End of the Rainbow Ladybug Glow X Ice Cream Beauty. This is my first foray into Ladybug Glow. Been really wanting to try them, so I was very excited to see this. They're in the new box. It's where you pick one of each, and one is Gourmand Girls Ladybug Glow, and the other one's Ladybug Glow Gourmand Girls. Slightly different color stories. Not quite sure what that's actually meaning. If it's one picked by one in their formula and one picked from the other, I didn't really pay attention. All I noticed was like, oh damn, I like that one palette. Then Martha was like, oh, I like the other one. Do you want that one? And I'm like, yes, please. So we will be getting that. So, but mine is the Gourmand Girls Ladybug, and she's getting the Ladybug X Gourmand Girls. However that's working. But anyways, I very much like the quality. I liked this little palette. It is suffering the same thing that some Sugar Drizzle Polish has. That there's something in the ingredients that like an oil or something that they use to mix that doesn't wreck the shadow or anything, but it just stains the package a little bit. And I think it's this one here because it's a very, very emollient-y. So look at that. It's a very beautiful. So it doesn't wreck it or anything. And then, yeah, it smells fine. It doesn't smell like anything. Actually, I don't see anything doing weird, so it's fine. So, but I was very excited to see this one. And again, because it's new, I've kept it. Oh, here's my drama palette. So here's my drama palette. This is Menagerie Serenity. There was a big whole thing with it and canceling international orders. It was with Annette's Makeup Corner. but I'm occasionally a forgive and forget type person. Butterflies make the world more colorful. I really like this palette. It's really nice. Will I buy more from Menagerie Cosmetics? Maybe. I think I remember the shipping being a little expensive. I did buy the lip gloss as well. When they stopped shipping Canadian, I had only originally ordered this and then asked if they would add, when they decided to ship to Canada and do the reorders and we got first in line, they were nice, kindly enough to put the lip gloss in there. I was more upset that they didn't answer any emails because I would have paid more at the time to have them ship it, be it via courier instead of post or whatever. I would have paid the extra money, but I was never given that option. And anyways, there's a little bit of bitterness on that part, but I've gotten over it. It's more of a me thing, not a them thing, so there we go. But I do like this palette. It is a collab palette. Maybe if it didn't have this orange in here, I might have been willing to give it up, but I really do like this orange. It just only turned a weird color because it had black on my finger. But anyways, there we go. We are going to keep it. It's the only Menagerie palette I have, and like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to ever get it again, and so, or buy from them again, so we're going to hold on to that. Again, it's a me thing, not a them thing. Let's see. Oh, another brand that I really love. So a few years back, got the Trend Mood all black beauty brands, and I got from OPV Beauty my favorite, it's like a blushy highlighty palette. They're blushes, but they have a bit of bling to them, and I love it. I'm never going to give that palette up. I just love it. So I wanted to try their eyeshadows. So it was expensive to get them over from the UK. So again, yay, Poshmark! And a lot of shout outs to Poshmark in this video. I try to buy directly from the people, but sometimes if you can't get it anymore, or again, I don't want to pay $30 shipping for one palette. I quite like this. The color story of the ones that were available were online. This one was the one that I liked the most. It is more my type of neutral, you know, like reds and, you know, like brick red, bricky, or you know, like a muted orange. There we go. I lost the word there. A good black. I like this palette. It's cute. It's going to keep another. I know I'm supposed to be brutal, but I love them. Oh, another Canadian brand. This is the Everything palette by Jean-Luc Cosmetics. I picked up this, a highlighter and a lip product, I believe, to try them. They went viral on TikTok. Again, this is super neutral. This kind of almost weirdly reminds me of the Kim Chi palette, if these two would have been sparkly. But again, it's Canadian. Jean-Luc is very sweet. You can follow him on Instagram. So there we go. Oh, here we go, Canadian yet again. This is one I should not have bought, should never have bought. This is the Clionadh Cosmetics X Emily Violet Marie, the Dragon Fruit palette. I wanted the highlighters. So I can't remember if it was a highlighter palette or loose highlighters. They sold out in like 20 seconds, I swear to God. And this thing lasted all day, and then I just kept thinking and thinking, well, you couldn't get the highlighters, The palette's really pretty. And I did, and it is very pretty, but it just was really too expensive for what it is. I really do like the green. Maybe it was the green. The green just sucked me in like a siren's call. But anyways, this one was super, super expensive. It's an all shimmer palette. 'Tis nice. I should do a look with this with the Beauty Bay and see if I want to keep this or if it's too much drama, and see if somebody else wants it, because I did pay a fortune for it. So just for that, I'm going to keep it for now, but yeah, it's, you know, it's in there. Okay, so something that I got from my birthday a while back. I got the full collection here. This is by Rising Star Cosmetics. So one of my besties for my birthday, and most of my besties don't buy me makeup, but this one does. And it's the eyeshadow palette, blush palette, a highlighter palette. No, it was a highlighter palette, eyeshadow, lip mud, or a lip thing. There's a few different things. A mirror. Anyways, it was very beautiful. The duty on it was gross, but here we go. It is so pretty. I like it. I haven't seen them do much, but again, you know, it's a makeup artist starting a brand. If they're doing good in their makeup artistry world, they don't need to release tons of stuff. But this is a very cute palette. I got a video up on this as well. This yellow is stunning. So of course it was a gift. It's gorgeous. I'm going to keep it. Yeah, we're not getting rid of much, are we? Alrighty. Here, what do we got here? Okay, so this one, it was gifted to me. It was gifted along with some other things. My friend went home to India and she asked me if I wanted anything, and I was like, makeup. And I looked around and I found this brand called Lakme, and they're an Indian brand. They're local, yeah, local to India. It's like a drugstore version. This actually expired in January. It was okay. I like the other makeup that she got me, I think, a bit better. So I think I am going to give this up, see if somebody wants to give it a go that I know. But I hope she's not upset. But there we go if she's watching it. So I am going to unfortunately give that one up. Here we've got a brand that no longer exists. This is Blood Moon by Wednesday Cosmetics. This is such an awesome palette. I am very sad that they just got lost in the plethora of indie brands, but this silver is one of the best silvers ever. It is, so again, I've got black on my fingers from that one black, so it's not looking as silver as it should, but there we go. It's so beautiful. Here, let me use my pinky here. The Celestial shade is also really beautiful. What is it? Penumbra, this red, it is just such a beautiful palette. Again, I don't think they exist anymore. I think it was just too tough of a go for her, but I'm going to keep it. And it's a time of a whole group of us buying it to support her. And anyways, we're going to keep that. Oh, here's one that we're going to get rid of, and it's not that old either. I got this at Christmas. My parents gave me money, and I was like, oh, we're going to be trying that no-buy business again in the new year. And I've always wanted to try her powder, which is a win, but the eyeshadow palette was okay. Like I said, I love the face powder. I would definitely buy that again. But because I was buying the powder, there was a sale. Did I get something else as well? Anyways, I can't remember. I think I might have got 2 or 3 things. And this was nice enough, but it is a very neutral. And it was nice. It was nice, but I never went back to use it again. The powder I've been using all the time, but not this. So I think I'm going to give this a go. There might be somebody that wants this one, so we're going to let that one go. Pop it in the box. And this one will not have expired. Like I said, I just got it in December. We're getting close to the end. Oh, speaking of brands no longer with us, we've got Poison Ivy by Rowe. When they were doing a sale, it was 50% off or something, so I picked one up for me and one for Wilma. We did a video with it. It is a nice little palette. We both agreed that we thought this was amazing. I know, impressed by little things, but especially when you have shimmers that like to get away from you and jump out of the palette, this is definitely a good protection, especially once the package is closed and in its cardboard container and sealed. I think for traveling, this is pretty amazing. This probably does, I would say, add to the price, so that's probably why a lot of people don't do it. Ooh, that green is so beautiful. Yeah, this color, I looked at it when it came out, and it was in the cart, out the cart, in the cart. Maybe if a lot of us who did that bought it when it first came out, maybe they would still be a brand, but they are no longer a brand. I think there might have been one other palette that they had, but this was kind of the newest one, and there was a bit of buzz about this palette. So I am going to keep it. Like I said, they don't exist anymore. It's a memory thing again, and I like the palette. So, and it's green. I got a lot of green, so... let's see here. Oh, this one I recently bought. I went to the women's fair. I've been wanting to try them forever. This is Queenfidence Cosmetics. They're a Canadian brand from back east. This is their Soul Sisters palette. I got a lip pencil, lipstick, this. I know I got something else. Anyways, loved everything. Oh, blush. I like this little palette. And this one reminds me a little bit of the OPV one. There's some of the colors, even the indentation a little bit. It's pretty neutral with some pops of color, and it does have the silver and black, but again, Canadian, just got it, so I'm going to keep that. Oh, the only Sigma palette I have, this is the Alice in Wonderland. I brought this, and I brought the blush palette. This is the only brand though, even though they're double-sided, if they put brushes in, they're actually good brushes. Like the ones from Urban Decay were always trash, but the Sigma brushes are actually good Sigma brushes. I quite like this color story. I do like the packaging. and I like the quality, so I'm going to, and it's the only thing I have that's Sigma. I have this and Blush Duo, so I'm going to keep that. We're almost at our end here. I did go into the small basket I have of things that I've not used. So I was thinking about, at first I was going to get rid of that one dose of colors, and I said, oh, I have one more dose of colors palette. I got this as a freebie when I was buying some skin. They're having a sale, so I was buying my normal skincare, and this came as one of the freebies: gluten-free, cruelty-free, oil-free, paraben-free, cruelty bunny checked, good for 12 months. It's got that nice rubbery kind of tactile feel on the outside. It was the color stories available. This was the nicer one. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this or see if somebody else wants it. I haven't even swatched it. I think I might want to put that in to see if somebody wants it, because I'm not sure I would use it or get a lot of use out of it. But I love their quality, and like I said, I kept that one little palette there. Yeah, I think I'm going to let this one go, even though I've not used it yet. Should have kept the cardboard box. It was like an anniversary one 9 years ago, but now they've had a 10th anniversary, I think, so it was probably from the previous anniversary. But there we go. Add that to the pile. Let's see. So this one is from Believe Beauty. I got 2 of them. It was makeup exchange that I did with It's Me Deb, and she gave me, oh yeah, that's how I got the 2. I kept thinking that I bought them and then I liked them and I bought them somebody else. Anyways, it was the 2 hard candy little palettes that I liked. I liked them so much. I found them here, and I got 2 different color stories for my friends. Anywho, to make a long story longer, she also sent me 2 neutral palettes because she wasn't sure if I was a color, if I wanted to do something different and have non-color or be colorful. So she kind of hedged all her bets, and I've not even swatched them. This one is a all shimmer, and this has 1 true matte, and the rest are shimmers in them. I've not had a chance to. I like Believe Beauty. I love their foundation. Oh my god, their foundation is amazing. The primer is amazing. If I'm ever down in the States, I would definitely get that again. But I just haven't had a chance to try these yet, and it's just so really not my vibe. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, this one looks like almost like it got a cut in there. Anyways, I think I'm going to keep the all shimmery one to try for something. Maybe use again, because I'm trying to use my Beauty Bay Bright Mattes more. Maybe I'm going to keep that one to do a look with. And I'm going to let this one go. Oh yeah, looks like maybe the case gouged it. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully that's okay, Deb. I'm just going to see if another friend would like a neutral palette, but I'm going to keep that one. And I've got 2 more, and then we are done. So this is from Alamar Cosmetics. I've never tried them before. I haven't had a chance to do a look with this yet. I just like that look. It's locked, and then you go like so, and then it's unlocked, and then you can look at your pretty shadows. I know I'm a sucker for the little things, but there we go. I'm going to keep it because I haven't tried it yet. I've not tried Alamar Cosmetics. It was gifted to me. Yeah, and we're going to lock it. And then last but not least, I have the Bite Me palette. This is from Rude Cosmetics. Both Martha and Wilma did the, I don't know if it was a mystery box or mystery bag or whatever. It was a lot of crap for a little amount of money, and we all like Rude Cosmetics. I like their cleansing balm. I like their face sprays. I quite like them, and they're affordable. And both of them are like, don't want this palette, and it was who was going to get it to me first, and Martha won. So it reminds me of, oh, I'll just leave the plastic on. It reminds me of something that you'd give kids for Christmas. It kind of gives that vibe, the $5-6 eyeshadow palette that, it's like this big, it kind of looks like this, or something Revolution. It is mostly neutral, but it does have some pops of color. I have the 2 little palettes, but I think I'm going to keep this one. I think I won't do a video with this. There was something else from Rude Cosmetics that I was recently looking at, so I'm just wondering maybe if I get that, maybe I can do a Rude Cosmetics makeup look. Let me know if that's something you're interested in, but I think I'm going to keep that one. All right, so I'm going to count the rest of these up, put them away. We're gonna go through the stack of the ones that we're going to give away. I think I'm going to be good and do all of them, and then we'll have the grand tally. So 1 second. So the count is in. So we are going from 276 palettes. I got problems. Alrighty, so there's 276 palettes. So now we're gonna quickly run through which ones we're giving away or whatever, and then we will count them and then see how many we have left. Though now that I got them piled together, I think I might have done a little bit better maybe last time, but I still kind of did okay, I think. Even though some of them are hurting me. But again, if you're not using them, just to have them is ridiculous. Alrighty, so we've got the Kaleidos Futurism 7 Sashimi City. We've got the 2 from Odin's Eye. We have the neutral Verdani, and then we have this kind of, is it like purpley one here? Yeah, the neutral and purple one here. So we've got that. We are finding a home for the Strawberry Daiquiri by the Beauty Crop. Sea Color Peaches and Cream. I shouldn't have bought this. The Afano Avocado Green. Like I said, I can't remember if I noticed there was glitters in there. If I would have known there were glitters, definitely no. Laura Geller. The Sea Color Bold and Beautiful. The 2 different from BH Cosmetics. Just gonna do it. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. Just do it. Yes, we're gonna let go of Miss Jolena. Yeah, okay, don't look at it. Don't look at it. I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to keep this one more go. Worst case, later on, I'm going to take all the eyeshadows out and use this as a jewelry box. Yeah, so we're keeping that one. So let's pop that in a drawer there. Yes, move fast, move fast. The Odin's Eye Alva 2. Oh, this one's, okay, I'll leave that one for a minute. Yes, we're going to do the Walhalla 2. Yes, because we kept the other big one. We haven't used this one in a while, so this one's going to go. Yes, we're going to bite the bullet and we're going to let this one go. Again, we've had it a really long time. I definitely didn't use it as much as I wanted to. Add me. Yes, this one, and plus it has a glitter. That one can go from Juvia's Place. The Illuminati, that one was okay, but again, I don't need it. This one too, again, it was okay, but I don't need it. This one is pretty neutral. Again, not going to. The Dose of Colors, we've decided to get rid of. The Lakme here. The Shine by SD, just this one with the broken shades, etc. Yes, because we have the other, even though these are more, it just reminds me of my Ocean palette, so I think I can get rid of that one. We have decided to get rid of the Colored Rain, and the only other one here that's causing me a little bit of is the Dark Fantasy here by Beauty Bay. But again, I have the Wilderness one, I have the 1920 type one, which has some of these colors. The Wilderness has that. So yes, we're going to let that go. So this is the only one we've pulled back. So let's count what we're giving away, throwing out, selling, whatever is going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 palettes we have decided to let go. So I think for me, that is pretty good. So we're going to take off a 24. So it leaves us with 252 palettes, which is still way too many palettes, but I am who I am. What am I gonna do? That's me. So there we go. That is our yearly eyeshadow collection and declutter. If you want me to go through anything else, blushes or highlighters or lipsticks, miscellaneous things, let me know down below. But if not, that was it. That was our yearly slog through our collection and a little bit of a declutter. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends and we can still look through each other's collection together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.